name is Ginebra Faust and this is my unboxing. I will be unboxing 12 of my Easter eggs from my first unboxing presentation, my SDG proposal, my letter of commitment, my album cover, and my teddy. The first Easter egg that I will be explaining is this model of the time machine from the Meet the Robinsons I made with clay. I decided to make the time machine because it represents the movie well, since it's time traveling, and I decided to choose this Easter egg because Meet the Robinsons is one of my favorite movies, and I love the meaning it has of just keep moving forward, and even though things are not going the way you want it, just keep moving forward and to learn from your mistakes. So that's why I chose Meet the Robinsons. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is this this head of Tasha from the Backyard Vegans. I decided to make her because she represents my last Halloween in school with my friends, and I dressed up as her in a suit. And I decided to choose this experience because it was one of the most memorable experiences in my high school, and I really cherish it, and I had lots of fun with my friends and I got to bond with them, and it's an experience I will never forget, so that's why I decided to represent it with her. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is this syringe that represents when I donated blood last semester, and I decided to choose this experience because it is a very important experience for me, because it was my first time donating blood, and I think it was a great experience and a great way to learn more about myself and to learn that I like helping people, and it's an experience that I would love to make again in the future, and I felt really happy and glad that I did it because maybe donating blood could save someone's life, especially in this situation. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is the Kingdom Hearts Keyblade, which is really fragile. I decided to choose this Easter egg because Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite video game series, and I really like it, especially because it combines anime and the Disney universe, which I really like, and I love the message it has of friendship and that you can basically do anything if you propose it, and with the power of friendship you can do anything, which I think it's really nice, and I just love how it portrays that because I feel that way with my friends, and sometimes I feel that I can't do things alone and that I need my friends to do it, so it's a great way to represent how I feel about my friends. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is a virtual picture of me and my brother when we were living in Spain in 2015, and I decided to choose this experience or place, which is Spain, because it was really important for me. It was one of the worst moments in my life, but at the same time I think it was one of the best ones because I was able to learn a lot more about myself, and I was able to gain the values and my philosophy of life through it, because I was able to live things that not everyone lives, and those experiences made me realize many things about myself and others. So I think it's really important, one of the most important memories in my life, and even though it wasn't great, I would live it again just to gain the experience I gained from it. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is a terribly drawn cover of the Koi no Katachi manga. I don't know how to draw, I'm sorry. But I decided to choose this manga because it represents really well my experiences and I can really relate to her. Because I was bullied in the past too, and it taught me how important it is to move on and forget others, because you don't really know what's going on in their life and what they're going through. So it is a really important manga, and it's really beautiful. The art is really beautiful, not like this one, but it is great, and I recommend reading it because it really shows a different perspective of life and how one thing could lead to another, and how important it is to forgive, to move on with your life. Because if you don't forgive, then you won't be able to move on, and you're gonna be stuck kind of like him. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is this wooden bear that represents my international experience to Canada last summer. I decided to choose this Easter egg because it was my first international experience, and I think I learned a lot about myself, and I was able to meet new people who I never thought would be my friends, and I was able to open up myself and kind of leave some fears I had behind and meet new people and kind of just be myself. And this is a wooden figurine that my foster family gave to me the last day I was there with them. So it is really special because they became like a second family to me, or everyone in the exchange. So it is really important, and I really miss them, and I wish I could live that experience again. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is Kilua's yo-yo. If you can see, there they are. But I decided to make Kilua's yo-yo. I chose to represent this Easter egg because Killua is one of my favorite characters from Hunter x Hunter, and today is actually Gon's birthday, so there's that. I don't relate with Killua because he lived a horrible life, but what I do like a lot about Killua is that he has his mindset and he tries to achieve what he wants, and I think that's really important. And even though he has lived through so many things, he still moves on, and he still finds happiness with his friend Gon. And when I was watching Hunter, which was in my first semester, it really helped me out with many things I was living through. So Hunter x Hunter is a really special anime to me, also because I was able to be friends with Pablo through it. So yes, this is Kilua's yo-yo. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is this sculpture I made of Borre to represent Tech, and I decided to choose this Easter egg as a place because I've been here in Tech since 2017, and it has been a great part of my life where I've met wonderful people and I've learned a lot about me and about subjects I really like and about subjects I don't like. But it has been a great experience, and it has been the best 3 years of my life where I've met my best friends, my boyfriend, and everything. And it's just, I think it has been a really important part of my life, and I'm really gonna miss it now that I'm moving on to a different stage of my life. But it will always be with me and all the knowledge I've learned will always stick with me. And the next Easter egg I will be unboxing is an embroidered flower circle I made that represents Alan, because he is one of the most important people in my life, and he's always there to support me whenever I'm feeling down or anytime. And he's always there for me, and he always knows how to make me laugh, and he has helped me out a lot regarding my self-confidence and all the problems I've had. He's always been there for me, so he's really one of the most important people. So I decided to make this for him, which took me a long time, but I think it's really cute. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is this giant Goofy that Alan gave to me, and it represents the Goofy movie and all the scenes and songs I decided to add to the presentation because I really love the Goofy movie. I think it's a great movie. It's always the movie I watch whenever I'm feeling down, and the songs, I'm always listening to them, and it has been a great part of my life, Goofy. And he's my favorite out of all the Disney characters because he has this really goofy personality, but at the same time he's a father and he's worried about his son and he has responsibilities. So I think it's a great representation of me because I'm really goofy, but at the same time I care about the people that surround me. So that's why I love Goofy so much. So here's the plushie. The next Easter egg I will be unboxing is this drawing Pablo made for me, including the ones in the back and those and many more there. But this one he made it for me my last birthday, and it's one of my favorite characters. And I decided to represent him with a drawing because he's my best friend. He has been my best friend since my first 2 weeks in tech. And he has always been there for me whenever I'm feeling sad or when things are not right, and he's always there to make me laugh and feel better. And he's just a great and supportive friend, and he's just so special to me. And it's really sad that now that we're going our separate ways, we might not see each other often, but I think that we're best friends, so it doesn't matter where we are, we're still best friends, and we're always there for each other. So this is a drawing he made. The next thing we will be unboxing, we're out of Easter eggs now, and I'm going to be unboxing my album cover, my digital album cover, because I don't have a printer. But this album cover represents many of the things that I really like my dogs, my plushies. Here's my other dog. I like crocheting and doing manual things. It's my thing. And this is a plushie that Alan made for me, and there's Alan. So this cover represents everything that's really important for me. And there's my last name, but at the same time it's Bye because it's funny. But yes, it represents many important things for me, and it represents kind of my quirkiness and that I'm weird. And next we have the SDG proposal, which I have it here. I don't know if you can see it, but here I chose the 15.7.1 indicator, which talks about endangered species and the black market of animals and who are abused and endangered. So in the proposal I made, we propose not to support any businesses that are involved in trafficking of animals or just abusing them, kind of like some pet stores and any market like that. And we also propose to make awareness of this serious issue because no one really talks about it, and we talk more about the environment, which is important, but if there's no animals in there, then there's no environment. So animals are also important. So we talk about creating awareness of endangered species and not to support any businesses who are involved in animal abuse or marketing endangered species. And next we have my letter of commitment from the SDG proposal, which is here. And here I apologize for any time I have supported unconsciously any type of market or company who is involved in animal abuse or trafficking, kind of like buying pet food from Mascota, which really harms animals and abuses them. And there I talk about all the ways I want in the future to support this cause, which is supporting supporting campaigns and other type of things that support animals. And I would like to support animals who are living on the street. And even though it's not as big as supporting exotic animals, I think it's also important supporting dogs and cats and any domestic animal who is being abused or is living on the streets. And lastly, we have my teddy. I decided to change it because when I drew it, I decided to make it a bear because I used to have a bear when I was little, and that was my teddy. But in the end, I decided to change it and make it a frog because when I explained what my teddy was, I explained that Alan was like my real life teddy. So I wanted to represent him more, and he really likes reptiles, so I decided to make it a frog, but it still has the other elements to it. So it has a crochet hook as kind of like its sword, because I really like crocheting, and it's one of my favorite hobbies. Wait a second. So it still, again, it still has its original elements, and I decided to make a crochet hook as its sword because I really like crocheting, and I did it myself. I crocheted it all. And next it has a concha as its shield because I really like sweet things and I really like food, and eating sometimes is kind of like my escape, my heal. It has a patched up heart, because it represents that it doesn't matter how many times I've fallen down and kind of given up, I don't give up. And I keep moving forward. So kind of like every time my heart has been pulled out like that, I've always managed to put it back on. So it represents that. It has a little gecko because it represents Alan too, because he really likes the geckos, and he's always there for me, and he's always protecting me, and he's always making me feel good again and laugh, and makes me see that things are always okay. And I put a blindfold because sometimes I'm really blinded by my kindness, I would say, and I always like to believe in people, and sometimes that blinds me from the truth. Sometimes I prefer not to know the truth, so it represents that. Thank you so much for listening to me unbox lots of things that are important to me, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it and writing it and just explaining everything. Bye!